Hi, if you're watching this, you probably know what this is about. If not, let me catch you up. About 10 days ago, Mexican Incineroar main SkyJ accomplished the character's greatest feat to date, placing second at US Super Major Collision, beating world-class talent like Spargo, Meister, and DeBuzz. This was not only Incineroar's first time in top 8 at an open major, but also his highest placing at any event outside of smaller regionals. The aftermath of this event is what matters. Enter the Palutena mains. Many notable Palutenas saw this opportunity to push an agenda. The likes of Chag, Louis Money, and Chase have recently claimed that Palutena has begun to fall off in current meta, lacking tools to keep up. Whether this is a true statement or not can be debated endlessly, just like anything on Smash Twitter. What we're here to discuss today is their latest claims about how a character known for being an insanely consistent all-rounder with many top 8s and major wins could be worse than an explosive but slow character whose prominence doesn't even date pre-quarantine. Let's start simply with what we know. Palutena fits in many categories, but for the sake of simplicity, we'll call her an all-rounder. This is a character with fast movement, a very difficult recovery to challenge, many disjointed moves, invincible moves, a fantastic grab, handy projectiles, potent smash attacks, an amazing juggle game, and very nice aerials. This is a character that has 53 top 8s at majors across Alt's history, has won 3 majors, and has been a runner-up 8 times. Currently, according to AltRank's official tier list, Palutena is ranked 17th as an S- tier character. Also, if you were to average out about 100 tier lists made by the average smasher, you would find Palutena ranging somewhere between top 10 to 20, usually found in the lower half of top 10. This sounds like a pretty good character, yeah? Let's compare to the other side of this discussion. Here we have Incineroar, who is a grappler type character which features 3 kill throws, plus an amazing throw for combos, a command grab, stupid tools for edge guarding, a counter which is frame 3 and stacks to do crazy damage on the next hit, super consistent normals, and kill power out the wazoo. But his weaknesses of a recovery that's easy to snipe, a lacking disadvantage, and being incredibly slow has always held him back. Incineroar has featured in top 8 twice, has won no majors, and has been a runner-up once. On the AltRank official tier list, he is ranked 64th, in C+ tier, which is considered lower mid tier. In most community tier lists, Incineroar will hover anywhere between mid and low tier. So these characters shouldn't be comparable, right? Why is this even a discussion? What this is more telling of is the discussion around better in bracket versus better in theory. So I took to Twitter to explore the idea of traits of a good bracket character. Here's my findings. Henri said, margin of error, good disadvantage, explosive ways to take stocks, command respect. As the skill levels increase, characters with good neutral become more relevant, but on average, I think being able to rob people and survive for a long time are both easier to utilize for most. Also, having a universally applicable game plan is also very powerful. Saves a lot of mental energy, especially in tourneys where you have to play tons of sets back to back. ICK said, how much your game plan is affected by shaky inputs / stress. The less, the better, of course. Zakora said, a good bracket character is consistent with damage and hitboxes as well as being relatively easy to understand in order to play well and having easy and consistent combos. Reb said, generally just being able to play most matchups in the same way. That's why characters like Joker and Pika don't get as many results while being busted. Meanwhile, Steve just mines and Kazuya Doria against every other character in the game. Jaws has said, easy execution, good win conditions, safe buttons. Zach said, ease of killing in high pressure situations. So looking at these findings, let's compare our 2 characters with how they account for fluidity of game plans, ability to close stocks, and margin for error. Let's start with the fluidity of their game plans. Both characters have relatively robust game plans for the cast, with Palutena not really changing her game plan outside of those who negate her aerial pressure by being evasive or just remain way more grounded. Incineroar, however, changes based on how easy it is for him to get in, the risk-reward of revenge and disadvantage, and how easily he can pressure during the ledge game. Both of these characters in a bracket setting are able to keep a pretty straightforward game plan. However, the point here will go to Palutena for how few tweaks she needs to make to still have an effective game plan. Next, the ability to close stocks. Both characters here have simple confirms that will close stocks, with Palu benefiting from the likes of Nair drag down up tilt and down throw bear, on top of finishing off juggles with up air or catching air dodges in disadvantage with explosive flame. Incineroar has a number of moves which will kill without confirms, like edge guarding with side B, neutral B, or any of the long lasting aerials. Side B, smash attacks, and bear will all kill on their own, and also access to confirms off grabs, tilts, and aerials are all on the table. On top of 3 kill throws, Incineroar has a lot to give here, But what widens the gap is the fear factor Incineroar has, where you don't know what to do against him because so much will kill, having many stray hits killing. These are traits Palutena lacks, as many of her stray hits do not kill, many of her confirms being super DI dependent and requiring a few reads. Incineroar gets the point on this one. Finally, the important part of a bracket character. Margin of error. When the sweat's on your sticks and the flubs come out in a Game 5 scenario, what pulls you through? Palutena's execution is something which can really let down her players, as misspaced aerials can cost a fat with punish. Incorrect teleport cancels lead to SDs, but even still, there's invincible moves which can help clutch out tense scenarios where the confirms will fail, and even a trusty kill throw. Again, Incineroar makes an enormous gap. Stray hits killing left, right and center means even if your confirms are off, that's fine. Just land one hit. The respect he will often command at last hit, especially with characters who don't get the tools to camp him, will often mean he is more likely than unlikely to clutch in tense scenarios unless a greedy revenge gets scouted, something is misspaced, or they fly too close to the sun off stage and get edge guarded. Once again, the point is Incineroar's. So is Incineroar a better bracket character currently? Yeah, probably. In a meta where your ability to cash in on advantage is highly required, count on the guy who can not only dish out loads of damage, but also kill at unholy percents, compared to the goddess that commands neutral, who though she can get her juggles going, when it comes to closing the stock, why are her opponents living past 150? She doesn't quite have that 2023 advantage state, needed for the meta. But you know what? She's hanging in there. Does this mean Incineroar is a better character overall? No. Are you stupid? Palutena is still very popular and brings success to a number of players. She's just not winning, and when you put her up side by side for bracket's sake, yes, of course Incin looks better, but Incin also has one relevant player. The rest lie in that category of regional hidden bosses. So if you see a Palutena main screaming about how this stupid cat is better than their character, who's been a permanent top tier since 2018, don't be mad. Just understand, recency bias holds Smash Discourse by the throat, and that their character that has everything they could ever want but an instant kill button is not a bad character. They just want more from what's almost a perfect character. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.